was good. It's like right
I'm
on
going to
time.
be talking to you about peer pressure, and I'll be adding on to a little of what Marie just said. How many of you have ever been peer pressured into drinking alcohol or been peer pressured about doing drugs? Well, I have several professional resources on peer pressure in college, and they will support my statements. I'll be talking about the effects of peer pressure and how I think that college students should deal with peer pressure. The problem is college students are getting peer pressured into going out and partying and doing other things, which is taking them away from their studies and getting the rest. Every student will be peer pressured at some point in college, and peer pressure will affect their academics as well as athletics. According to B. Brasari and K.B. Carey, peer pressure is a combination of three distinct influences: overt offers of alcohol, modeling, and social norms. Overt offers of alcohol can range from polite gestures to intense goading and commands to drink. Modeling occurs when student's behavior corresponds to another student's behavior and drinking. And social norms is like when it becomes normal for a student or for students to be drinking and it's common. I believe that students give in to peer pressure because they want to fit in, and they think that it's normal to drink and do other things, and they don't think about the consequences of giving into peer pressure. Giving into peer pressure can cause you to do something that you are uncomfortable doing, and you probably regret in the morning. And it can take you away from your studies, like I said before, and even make you skip practices if you're out for a sport. According to Jay Jamison, who conducted a survey on 178 students to explain binge drinking in college, they took a self-questionnaire, and he found out that 39.6% of males and 35.9% of females binge drink, and almost half of the binge drinking came from peer pressure and social situations, and men were more susceptible to giving into peer pressure. Now that we've looked at peer pressure, let's look at what we can do to stop it. The solution I propose to stop peer pressure is having high values, setting good goals, and having good friends around you. This is the best solution, I think, because if you have strong values, high goals, and good friends, you'll be able to say no to peer pressure and do what you know is right. Strong values. What are values? Values are relative worth, merit, or importance. So if you have strong values, it'll be a lot more hard for somebody to peer pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do, and you'll be a lot more true to yourself. Quote up there by Tario: "Every man at the bottom of his heart wants to do right, but he can do right, he knows right. Only he who knows right thinks right. Only he thinks right, believes right." Next one is setting high goals. I believe setting goals is very important to be successful in life, because if you have goals and you know what you want to accomplish, it's going to be harder for somebody to peer pressure you into getting you sidetracked off of your goals, whether that be good grades or accomplishing something in a sport. Albert Einstein said, "If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things." And my third solution to peer pressure would be having good friends. Surrounding yourself with good people is going to benefit you a lot, because they're going to have the same values and same goals as you. So a lot of times they aren't going to do something that you don't want to do, and they won't peer pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do. There have been times where I've been at a party and I wasn't going to drink, and like kids that weren't really my friends have come up to me and my friends and said, like, asked me and tried to peer pressure me into drinking or doing drugs, and I just said no, and like none of my friends did it a lot easier sticking up for yourself when you have other friends with you. Practicality of my plan, I believe, is easy, it's simple, and according to these statistics, I give some. According to a recent study by the Center on Addiction and Substance Abuse in Columbia University in New York, reported that alcohol is a factor in 28% of dropouts in college and 40% of all academic problems. It also reported that over a 2-week span, 42% of all students were involved in binge drinking. And Haynes surveyed 1,000 students and found 45% actually drank excessively, which was lower. They estimated that it would be 70%. I surveyed my public speaking class, and I found out that 90% of them have been peer pressured about drinking alcohol, and over 80% have been peer pressured about doing drugs. Not that they did those things, but they were just peer pressured about them. Now that we've explored the problem and possible solutions, visualize my plan as the best choice because it is the most practical. And I want to challenge you to all go out, or if you do go out this weekend or next time you do go out, just be yourself and do what you know is right and what you want to do. Don't do something because everybody else is doing it. Do something because you want to do it. That's it. Any questions? Yes, yeah.
Do you believe that there's a positive side of peer pressure?
Yeah, I believe there's good peer pressure, especially in like sports or if you're studying in a group. A lot of times if you don't want to study for a homework assignment, but you have a good friend in like that same class, and they want to study, that'll kind of get you to study, so that's peer pressure in a positive way. Or if like you are supposed to work out for a sport and you're kind of tired and you don't really want to do it, but your teammates are doing it, that's obviously going to peer pressure you into doing that, which is also positive.